there's a lot you can learn from Out of the Past. Welcome to another episode of Out of the Past with the Martin County Historical Society. I'm Jim Marushin, curator at the museum, and with me as always is our executive director, Lenny Tvedten. Lenny, how you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. What did you bring for us today to look at?
Well, I brought some things from the mighty metropolis of Dunnell.
Population?
Not sure. This is a 100-year-old quilting hoop.
Wow.
From the Dunnell area. I am not a quilter, but my wife does do some embroidery, so I kind of know how it works, but don't ask me to demonstrate.
I was going to say, could you show us?
From our archives, we've got a Dunnell Diamond Jubilee program. Tells you all about the history of the various places in Dunnell. There's some gentleman telling a story about fish. No one's lying in that story, I'm sure. You know, and food is one of the things that unites us all. So we've got a cookbook here from the Emmanuel Evangelical Lutheran Church.
Oh, those cookbooks are always great.
Oh, yeah. Some good recipes, some interesting recipes. And as you know, any good Midwest recipe features plenty of butter.
Absolutely.
So here, you could get your butter from the Dunnell Creamery.
Looks good.
A beautiful piece. You can see that on our interactive room wall with our murals. So,
good.
Yeah, some wonderful history from Dunnell.
Yeah, Jim, we're really excited to have Dunnell and some of the artifacts as part of our museum. Dunnell was incorporated in 1901.
Yep.
And you know who it was named for? A politician, Mark Dunnell.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So,
very cool.
Okay, well, tell us about that interview with those younger gentlemen that you told me about. I was unable to be there. I felt bad about that, but I'm sure you covered everything and should have a good interview.
Yeah, definitely tried to. It was a great day. They were having, I believe, a 100th-year-old birthday party for Fred Knuth. So they pulled us aside to interview Fred and his brother Harold, who was 98 and a half. He specified with that. And they're both veterans from the World War II era.
Okay.
And then Fred stayed in the military. So it was a really good event, very chaotic. Big party, a lot of people there. Different community groups were there. Family were kind of bopping in and out as we were doing the interview. But
kind of distracting.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of birthday parties. Sure. So, but I think we got some good stuff. So, yeah.
They enjoyed it. Fred and Harold Knuth?
Fred and Harold Knuth, yeah. So, yeah, let's take a look. And
yeah, sounds good.
Hello, I am here in Dunnell with my guests Fred and Harold Knuth. And Fred, it's your 100th birthday, correct?
All right.
All right. Well, happy birthday. That's wonderful. And today we'd just like to chat about life in Dunnell and Martin County and then your guys' military service. So let's see, which one is the older brother?
I think I am.
You think you are? All right, very good. So both born and raised in Dunnell?
Yeah. Out in the country.
Out in the country?
Out in the boondocks, yeah.
Sure. So what are some of your early memories of life way out there?
Every spring and summer, duties of herding cows along the road.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that was pretty hard work?
When those cows got wise enough to a few of them divide and go down there and try to get into the cornfield, and the other ones go down here and do the same thing.
Oh goodness. What did you do for fun when you were younger on the farm?
Fun. Seems like we could make it where we were, what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we didn't have electricity or anything like that, so we had no electric toys to play with.
So then what, did you have to travel like into Dunnell to get food or supplies or anything like that then, or?
No, but one thing I do remember is at thrashing time, we had horse-drawn equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad says, you take that load of grain to Dunnell. So that was about 5 miles.
Sure. Wow.
And so we would go, and the ride over was pretty good
Mm-hmm.
because of the load. But when the wagon got empty and these old gravel roads, you know, that would just jar clear through you.
Sure. Yeah. So it's been pretty hot lately, not having electricity on the farm. How would you guys have handled these 100-degree humid days?
Well, we skinned down pretty good.
Yep. Sure. And what about the winter? What was winter like out there?
Sometimes the snow got rather deep,
Mm-hmm.
and had a mile and a half to walk to school,
Mm-hmm.
and of course that was not fun, wading in the snow up to your behind.
Sure. Yeah. So what was school like in those days?
Well, a lot of times I think we just enjoyed a blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to go anyplace.
Mm-hmm.
Just take care of the animals at home. It's 1.5 miles
Mm-hmm.
to walk, you know. And on the way home after school was off, and everybody that lived west of the school migrated down the road. And
Sure.
jabber. If you didn't get into a jangle with one or another,
Yep.
no. But wintertime, I remember Dad had arthritis real bad. He had a gentleman working for us for a while, and he said he'd take us to school in the bobsled.
Oh, fun.
And of course, there was old grass roads,
Mhm.
and so I remember we got just about to school, and water had gone over the road, what road there was,
Sure.
and frozen over, and the horses got going across, then broke through, and dumped us all into the water.
Oh, wow.
And it was freezing cold. And there we looked, where's that schoolhouse? You know? And I looked kind of silly in school, hanging your clothes up, but the old wood burner to dry them out, and you sit there, and everybody else looking around.
Yeah.
Man, that was the growing up days.
There you go. What are some of your memories of early automobiles or the early vehicles you guys had?
I do remember the old Model T,
Mm-hmm.
and then we graduated later to a Model A,
Okay.
and that's when the family started increasing. And I remember Fred and Bill and I, we would sit, if we would go to some of the relatives, you know, for a visit, we would sit in the trunk,
Oh, gosh.
out and back,
Yep.
you know, and away we go. And I wonder if Dad ever thought that one would fall out and we'd stop or not, but.
So how big was your guys' family? Did you have many other siblings?
5 and 5.
5 boys and 5 girls? Okay. That's a lot of kids to pack into one car then. And where do you, and who's, are you guys on the upper end of the ages or on the lower end of your siblings?
I'm number 3. He's number 4.
Number 3 and number 4? Okay. So did you guys feel you had to be role models for your younger siblings then on the farm?
Oh, yeah. We had to watch over them like old mother hen.
Fred, you are 100, correct?
Well, I don't know about correct. Yes, 100.
And Harold, you are how old?
98.
98? Sure.
And tomorrow I'll be 98 and a half.
Oh, wow. Well, happy half birthday to you as well. So did your guys' parents and family stay kind of on that same farm for quite a while?
Spent their life on that now.
Sure. How much did they farm? How many acres?
120.
Sure.
But you know, in those days, everyone helped everyone else
Okay.
that needed a hand. No cash involved. Just
Sure.
go help him up. He needs help.
Mm-hmm. So what kinds of equipment do you guys remember, or I guess what was one of the biggest changes in equipment from that you guys saw growing up?
Horse-drawn tools. Finally getting a tractor and a plow and a cultivator,
Mm-hmm.
and then a combine, and then when that part came along, seemed like your neighbors disappeared too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I can do it myself. We don't need you anymore.
Sure.
That's the way they sort of missed the thrashing bees and the silo filling bees and all.
Sure. So the equipment kind of made the work easier, but took away that community aspect. All right, switching gears a little bit. How old were you guys when World War II broke out? And do you remember what happened when you heard about it?
Well, I'll tell you when that happened. When I was taking the younger kids to Sunday school Christmas program practice,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard on the radio the car radio.
Sure.
And heard that Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And I said, Pearl Harbor? Where the heck is Pearl Harbor?
Mm-hmm.
It was in Hawaii, but where?
Sure.
Never knew anything about it.
Mm. Do you remember here where you were at when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
When I come home from church,
Mm-hmm.
Dad had control over the radio because it was a battery operated and too many hands on it run the battery down and he couldn't have news. So,
Sure.
But anyway, he sat down, got his old pipe off the top. He stopped. He said, "War."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Do you hear that? We're going to be at war in a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
And not realizing how right he was.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah. Did you enlist or were you guys drafted?
I enlisted before my name came up on
I remember Fred when he come home from the cities and he says, I am in the United States Marine Corps, he says. And he was all tuckered out from the ride and he was laying on the couch at that time. And
Sure.
I can still remember that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I too, like enlisted a couple days before. Well, we had there was a time set when you become 18,
Mhm.
you were automatically infantry.
Oh, sure.
And at that time, infantry was being mowed down like a field of hay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And that didn't look appealing at all.
Sure.
And I have a choice? Oh boy. Well,
So enlisting allowed you to kind of pick which branch you wanted to go to then?
before your 18th birthday.
Sure. Okay.
And you know, every boy in our senior class, except one, went into the Navy.
Really? Wow.
And the other one would have and did after graduation. He got to stay because he was valedictorian.
Oh, okay.
It exempt him from going, but he
Sure.
he went.
Mhm.
And to this day, I don't know if any of them are alive. I
Sure.
know there's several of them are gone, but the rest of them are, you know, scattered out.
Mhm.
And of course, there weren't many. There was less than 10.
Mhm.
So,
So after you enlisted and you went off to training, would that have been kind of the furthest you've ever been from the farm at that point?
I would say so.
So what was some of the day-to-day life like on a ship like that? Did you guys have a lot of free time to move, or was it pretty rigid routine?
No, with myself hopping through the bushes in Hawaii and in the islands.
Mm-hmm.
If you had time, it was between hops.
Mm-hmm. We've got a picture here. This is the type of plane that you were on.
Yeah,
Can you tell us a little about that plane?
that's a torpedo bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was originally made for torpedo plane, dropping torpedoes against shipping, but Marine Corps never had much use for a torpedo plane, so they converted it completely to a bomber,
Oh, okay.
which was sometimes on some of the runs that you made, you would swear you was not in a glide bomber, but a dive bomber.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one time we were just getting the 5-inch rockets, and we're having practice, and we made our first run and taken off. Long on the target, made another run, long on the target, and the pilot says, hang on, he says, we ain't gonna be long on no damn target this time.
Mm-hmm.
we come up there to the target and went over on our back, and not very many people put that thing on its back.
Sure.
and down we came and bullseye. But when we pulled out, we had our prop full of palm trees.
Oh gosh.
But we got our target.
Sure. Well, Harold, did you also go in 43 then too?
I went in February 3rd, 45.
45. Sure. And this is the type of craft you were on?
That was the ugly one,
Mm-hmm.
and my last one I was on.
Sure.
This was a patrol craft, and we went up to, and if you want to ride, go up to the Bering Sea.
Mm-hmm.
When I was up here on the bridge, those waves would come across here,
Oh goodness.
and we would go into them. I mean, you just, that thing, terrible ride. Matter of fact, after 3 days, I was out of it. I mean, I had my insides were all out there.
Sure. Fred, do you remember where you were at when the announcement came that the war had ended?
On Okinawa.
Mm-hmm.
On Okinawa. I was a radio communicator. I happened to be on watch at that time, and heard these people coming out of Saipan, and they were talking about that they had dropped in the bomb and everything, and finally the Japs were debating on whether they should continue or whether they should give it up.
Mm-hmm. And Harold, where were you when the war ended, or when you heard the announcement?
We were at Anahuac in the Marshall Islands, and it was a nice sunshiny morning, and everybody had their watch stations. You know, he looked at us. He says, "Gentlemen," he says, "the war is over."
Oh goodness.
I mean, God, you just boy, melt.
Yeah. Fred, after the Second World War, then you served in 2 other wars?
Yeah, got the letter. You gave me that letter. Saying, I think you got a welcoming letter. And sure enough, report to the commanding officers at El Toro, California, a certain date. And that was called back for Korea.
Sure. How long were you in the service then? Do you know what your last year was then? What was your last year in the service?
Last year in the service, it was in September. Sixty something, I forget.
Sure. Then did you go back to working on houses, or did you come back to the farm?
No, when I got transferred to the Fleet Reserves in '69, and then I went to work for Artsway Manufacturing building farm equipment.
Oh, sure.
And then after that, came back to Dunnell, Minnesota there, and worked for glass type, building toppers for pickup trucks.
Harold, after the war, what did you do for a career?
Look for a job.
Sure.
You know, when we come out, all the defense plants shut down, and those people, they were doing the same thing, looking for work.
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, it was tough. You would work for $5 a day and think nothing of it. I mean, you could buy another can of beans, you know. But I mean, it was tough going. But I didn't seem like I started working for different farmers. You know, that either their boys got killed or
Sure.
something, you know, and they needed help, so you would fill in. My wife's dad, he got hurt, and they were looking for his help, and I helped out there, and lo and behold, that's where I stayed.
Sure. Farming then?
Yeah. And so we're still living on the farm that and my wife's grandmother owned it. I think for $34 an acre or something.
Well, Fred and Harold, want to thank you both for your service. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today, and appreciate you both doing this. Fred, sounds like you're going to have a quilt presented to you for your 100th birthday.
Well, whatever comes along. This is impromptu, you know.
Sure.
Everything is so far as a surprise.
Oh, wonderful. Well, congratulations again on your 100th birthday, and Harold, you're not too far behind him, so again, thank you guys for sitting down and for your service. Well, Lenny, what'd you think about that interview?
Well, that was really a good interview to listen to both those guys tell their stories, and did a great job of handling all the interruptions.
Yeah. Like it was a good day, good event. Wonderful history for Martin County.
Right.
Not only their military stories, but the stories of growing up on a small rural farm and how technology changes the community. So
They've lived through a lot.
They have lived through a lot. So we want to thank you all for watching the interview as well, and for being with us here on Out of the Past.
There's a lot you can learn from Out of the Past.